It starts with smoke, a faint haze on the horizon. Then, without warning, the sky turns orange, ash rains from above, and entire neighborhoods vanish into flames. You think it won't happen where you live, until it does. As climate patterns grow more extreme, wildfires aren't just a distant danger. They're knocking on the doors of major cities around the world. Today, we're uncovering the cities most at risk of wildfires and what that means for the millions who live there. Wildfires are no longer rare or seasonal. They're now year-round threats fueled by record-breaking heat, drought, and human activity. In 2023 alone, over 4.5 million acres burned in the US, while fires in Canada and Europe hit historic highs. But where is this getting worse? And which major cities are sitting on a ticking time bomb? Number 1, Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles, a city famous for its glamorous lifestyle, golden beaches, and celebrity culture, is now increasingly defined by something far more ominous: fire. Nestled in a region plagued by prolonged drought, relentless Santa Ana winds, and expanding urban sprawl, LA has become a tinderbox. As homes are built deeper into the dry, brush-covered hillsides, the risk of devastation rises sharply. Neighborhoods like Malibu, Topanga, and even parts of Griffith Park are no strangers to fast-moving blazes. With over 2 million people living in high-fire risk zones, wildfire season isn't just a time of year in Los Angeles. It's a terrifying new normal. Number 2, Sydney, Australia. In 2019, Australians were gripped by one of the most devastating fire seasons in their history. Skies turned an eerie, apocalyptic red as the bushfires tore across the landscape, and Sydney was far from safe. While the iconic skyline stood tall, just beyond it, infernos raged through eucalyptus forests known to ignite with explosive force. Sydney's expanding suburbs now press against these highly flammable areas, putting more lives at risk each year. The contrast is haunting, a city of breathtaking beauty, framed by harbors and beaches, yet teetering on the edge of a firestorm fueled by climate shifts and human expansion. Number 3, Vancouver, Canada. Vancouver is often celebrated for its pristine beauty, snow-capped mountains, emerald forests, and coastal charm. But this picturesque setting now masks a brewing danger. As British Columbia faces rising temperatures and increasingly dry summers, wildfires are creeping closer to the city's edge. What once felt like a distant rural problem has arrived in suburban backyards. Residents now wake to skies choked with smoke and the constant hum of evacuation alerts. From the serenity of Stanley Park to the quiet forested neighborhoods, Vancouver is discovering that even paradise is vulnerable when climate patterns shift and nature turns volatile. Number 4, Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix, a city built in the heart of the desert, might seem like the last place you'd expect a wildfire threat. But as the city sprawls into once untouched desert land, the danger is growing fast. Brush fires ignited by extreme heat and fueled by invasive vegetation now pose a serious risk to homes and lives, with summer temperatures regularly soaring above 110 degrees Fahrenheit and little rainfall to dampen the flames. The desert becomes a tinderbox waiting for a spark. Phoenix's combination of rapid urban growth, rising heat, and dry landscapes is creating the perfect storm for fire to thrive, turning the desert into a danger zone. Number 5. Athens, Greece. Athens, home to ancient ruins, rich culture, and now a looming wildfire crisis. The very landscapes that once nurtured the rise of Western civilization are now under siege from flames. In recent years, raging fires have surrounded the Greek capital, threatening not only suburban neighborhoods, but also historical sites and centuries-old olive groves. Scorching Mediterranean heat waves, worsened by climate change, have turned forests into fuel. Coupled with poor land management and urban sprawl, the city's outskirts have become a dangerous ignition zone. What was once a symbol of human achievement now finds itself on the front line of a very modern disaster. What's causing the shift? So what's driving this alarming transformation? Why are cities that once seemed immune now becoming wildfire hotspots? The answer lies in a dangerous combination of climate change and unchecked development. Rising global temperatures trigger longer, more intense heat waves, while persistent drought strip the land of moisture, turning forests, grasslands, and even suburbs into tinderboxes. Meanwhile, cities continue to expand outward, placing homes and lives right at the edge of high-risk zones. And the scariest part? Many of these cities lack long-term wildfire response plans. The flames aren't just natural anymore. They're fueled by human choices, policy failures, and a rapidly warming planet. What we can do, the threat is real and growing, but knowledge is power. While we can't stop every wildfire, we can reduce the damage. Some cities are stepping up, creating early detection systems that spot fires before they spread, using controlled burns to clear out fuel, and enforcing smarter building codes to keep homes safer. Education is key. Residents are learning how to create defensible space and prepare emergency kits. The solutions exist. What matters now is action. Because every policy passed, every community prepared, and every choice made today will shape whether the firestorms of tomorrow become survivable or unstoppable. If you're ready to learn more about the world's most at-risk cities for wildfires and how you can stay prepared, hit that subscribe button. I've put together a detailed guide on the cities most vulnerable to wildfires. Just click the link below and start exploring the steps to protect yourself and your home. The journey to understanding and staying safe in a wildfire world begins now. If you live near nature, you live near fire. But fire doesn't have to mean destruction. It can mean resilience, awareness, preparation. Across the world, cities are rising to meet the challenge, learning from the past and building a future where fire is something we live with, not something we fear. It's about more than rebuilding homes. It's about rebuilding communities and environments with the strength to withstand what's to come. The question is, which city will be next? And more importantly, will we be ready? Our actions today will determine how tomorrow burns.